women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman phenomenally, phenomenal woman, that's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man, the fellows stand or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes, the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist, and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman phenomenally, phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breasts, the grace of my style. I'm a woman phenomenally, phenomenal woman, that's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say, it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need for my care. 'Cause I'm a woman phenomenally, phenomenal woman, that's me.
Now, for the history and research, feminism is the advocacy of women's rights on the basis of the equality of the sexes. And the history of feminism can be divided into three waves. The first feminist wave was in the 19th century and early 20th centuries. The second wave was in the 1960s and 1970s. And the third extends from the 1990s to the present. The woman who started feminism is Elizabeth Cady Stanton, who declared the Seneca Fall Declaration in the Seneca Fall Convention. Now, for some history or facts about the author, Maya Angelou was born April 4, 1928 and died May 28, 2014. She was an American poet, memoirist, and civil rights activist. She published 7 autobiographies, 3 books of essays, several books of poetry, and is credited with a list of plays, movies, and television shows spanning over 50 years. She received dozens of awards and more than 50 honorary degrees. Her famous literary pieces are On the Pulse of the Morning, Woman Work, Mother, A Cradle to Hold Me, A Brave and Startling Truth, and We Had Him.
Here are some keywords that I found in the poem. Number 1, stride. Stride means dealing all the challenges in life in a calm way. Number 2, phenomenon. A woman who is remarkable and extraordinary because of the things that she has. Number 3, swarm. The men represent the swarm. It means the woman is surrounded by men. Number 4, hive. Hive represents a colony of men surrounding one woman. Number 5, span. Span is the full extent of the woman's hip. Number 6, arc. Arc is a curved symmetrical structure in the back of her body. The poem Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou is all about the stereotype and the beauty standard nowadays. The poem used phenomenal many times, which means every woman is extraordinary and beautiful in her own way. In every stanza, we can see the word phenomenal because Maya Angelou believes that every woman are wonderful and powerful. The poem emphasized that beauty is not having a model-sized figure because the only things that we need to feel beautiful is having a confidence, passion, and happiness. This also shows that by living confidently, we women can live free without thinking the conventional beauty because we women are phenomenal ourselves.
I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model size, but when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. In these lines, it shows that many people tend to judge the physical appearance of women even though they don't really know them. The fellow stands or fall down on their knees, then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. These lines in the poem tells us that when someone is successful or someone commits a sin, It immediately grabs the public's attention, which sometimes has a good or bad outcomes. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much but they can touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them they say they still can't see. This line shows that her attractiveness, if though not physically, still attracts men's attention because she is unique and her attractiveness is her intelligence. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump, but or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. This line shows that she still can be the center of attention and emanate respect from the man that is surrounding her without needing to shout for her own voice. To sum it all up, there's a certain stereotype when woman doesn't follow it. She is considered unattractive, but the writer of the poem shows that even though she does not fit the stereotype, she is still attractive.
So for the illustration analyzation, so the picture is inspired photo of our author, Miss Angelou. So all the words that you can see here are the words that describe a woman. So we have here at the top a queen, phenomenal, magic, loving, independent, creative, beautiful, smart, boss, strong, funny, and sexy. So, since Miss Angelou refers to herself as phenomenal, she implies that confidence, happiness, and passion are the only things needed for a woman to be beautiful. This powerful idea pushes us readers to feel beautiful and rebel against the standard of beauty. Angelou shows us readers that through feeling confident and phenomenal, we can live free of such boundaries as phenomenal women ourselves. So for the literary luminary of the poem, feminist critics analyze how women are showed and how the text discuss gender relations and sex differentiation. Maya Angelou is a feminist writer, and her work involved the struggles and victories of Black women in America. Maya Angelou is one of the poets who used a poem as a media to express her isolation from her environment. The poem Phenomenal Women by Maya Angelou contains the element of feminism as it presents the ability of a woman to be extraordinary and remarkable among others. It talks about a woman who is proud to be a woman, who is confident and has faith in herself. She also believes in her inner strength that makes her able to achieve success in her life as a man could be. Although Maya Angelou is describing herself, she is in fact describing all women and is then a poem of feminism and the feminist perspective.
Feminist Critique on Phenomenal Woman by Maya Angelou. Throughout time, the potential of women have been limited by society. Women back then were often told how to act, how to dress, basically how they should live their lives. Nowadays, women are being empowered and taking back their power that was once so controlled by society. Among these women is an outstanding lady who stood out from the rest and let her power be heard through the art of poetry. Maya Angelou. Born as Margaret Annie Johnson, age of 7, this author had become a victim of sexual abuse herself, which caused her to go mute for a period of time. Maya Angelou herself had been a victim of this world's unfair treatment to women. Turned a single mom, she had moved out of her house to live a life to provide for her and her child, whilst facing the discrimination that comes with being both an African American, a single mother, and a woman who has shortcomings. Maya Angelou's poem Phenomenal Woman surely shows a new side of a modern, liberated woman. A woman who does not need to meet the size of a supermodel, a woman as fierce as fire, and a woman as mysterious as the dark night. This truly showcases how a woman feels empowered by being confident in her own space, her own body, and just being herself. Although there is something in this poem that may go unnoticed, a small detail that may be toxic nowadays. In some stanzas, Maya Angelou emphasizes how men tremble at the sight of a phenomenal woman. One tends to wonder, is this empowerment still anchored to male validation? Should a woman feel empowered when she makes men stand or fall on their knees? Without men, what then? Though Despite this, the poem still tackles how women do not need to meet the societal standards in order to be accepted. In the last stanza, Maya Angelou emphasizes the power of women today. Women do not need to keep their heads lowered, their voices high, or do something extravagant to be noticed, seen, and heard. As a society, we need to view everyone as equals. We need to be proud of each other instead of dragging each other down. Certainly, this author has made it clear that women do not need to stick to traditions. They have a choice in what they want to do. They can feel fierce and modest and loud, and that is okay. Women do not owe anything to anyone. They do not need to meet any standards of society that were once placed upon them. A woman is truly phenomenal. Thank you.
Comparing Phenomenal Woman to Joyful Mysteries by Rosario Castellanos, both are about being a woman. Phenomenal Woman depicts a woman being proud of herself as being herself, a beautiful woman. In my point of view, the Joyful Mysteries depicts a woman being rejected by society, but she continues to enjoy life despite the hardships she may face. Both try to aim high in achieving goals or being proud as who they are. Other than Maya Angelou's Phenomenal Woman, Still I Rise is comparable in a way that both are assertive as being a woman or having pride as a woman. Still I Rise, simply in another perspective, can apply not only to women but also men and other races because of discrimination being mentioned in the poem. There are ups and downs in life, hence why we can rise up and continue from what we left at. Both poems show that you are you, and the actions of or perspective of others do not matter to what we do.